They say the night hides presences that not everyone can see. When you close your eyes and silence takes over the room, something awakens, entities that feed on fear, on dreams, and on human desire. These creatures have been mentioned for centuries in different cultures. Some call them nocturnal demons. Others simply incubi and succubi. Their presence is whispered about in old villages, in medieval manuscripts, and even in some modern accounts that sound almost identical to those from hundreds of years ago. The word incubus comes from the Latin incubare, which means to lie upon. According to medieval European tales, an incubus is a male demon that visits women while they sleep. Its purpose is to feed on their vital energy, causing intense sensations of paralysis, cold, and fear. Some ancient texts claim that these beings could impregnate women, and from that union, half-human, half-demon offspring would be born. It was said they came in the coldest hours of the night, when the house was completely silent and no one was awake to witness their presence. Women claimed they felt someone sitting on their chest, unable to breathe. They heard breathing near their ear, felt icy hands running over their bodies, and when they finally opened their eyes, no one was there. Only darkness and a heavy presence in the air. Many described this experience as if something invisible were lying on top of them, watching them closely. Some woke up with bruises, red marks, or shallow scratches. It felt like physical contact, even though no one had entered the room. Others spoke of whispers they could not understand, cold breath on their skin, and the overwhelming feeling of being completely paralyzed. On the other hand, there is the succubus. The name comes from succubare, which means to lie beneath. Unlike the incubus, the succubus is a female entity. According to mythology, she appears before men with a hypnotic and dangerous beauty. Her skin is pale like the moon, her hair dark, her lips intense, and her eyes glow in the shadows. She appears as the perfect woman until she gets too close. She seduces her victims, drains their life energy, and leaves them weak, confused, or even ill. Many men of that time claimed to wake up sweating, exhausted, with unexplained marks on their skin. Some said they had strange dreams about a beautiful woman, others swore they were not asleep at all. The most chilling part was how similar these stories were, even though they came from distant villages and different countries. Over time, succubi were also associated with witches who made pacts with demons to obtain beauty or power. Their image became a symbol of forbidden desire and fear. During the Middle Ages, the figure of the incubus and succubus became entangled with religion and superstition. Priests warned that they were demons sent from hell to corrupt humanity through lust. Some writings claim the succubus stole semen from sleeping men, which the incubus then used to impregnate women. From that union, supposed demonic children were born, destined to serve evil. These beliefs spread quickly, feeding fear and hysteria. People believed these creatures roamed unseen through windows, crawling into homes during the dead of night. There were also stories of protection rituals, sprinkling salt around the bed, placing crucifixes under the pillow, or reciting prayers before sleeping. Some even kept candles lit, believing the light would keep these entities away. In rural towns, pregnant women were especially guarded, as it was believed incubi tried to claim their unborn children. Men were advised not to sleep alone in isolated places. Fear-shaped habits, architecture, and rituals, all to keep away what they believed could strike at night. Over time, modern science provided an explanation for many of these cases. Sleep paralysis occurs when the body is asleep but the mind wakes up. The person is fully conscious but unable to move or speak. They feel pressure on their chest, difficulty breathing, and often experience auditory or visual hallucinations. Today we know this is a physiological reaction, but in ancient times, without explanations, people believed a demon was sitting on them. Science explains the sensations, but the experiences still feel real to those who live them, as if they truly encountered something from beyond. This phenomenon exists in many cultures. In Europe they spoke of incubi and succubi. In Japan, the Kanashibari spirit. In Latin America, La Subida del Muerto, the rising of the dead. In Newfoundland, it was called the Old Hag. Different names, the same terror. And even today, while science explains it, the experience remains terrifying for those who live it. Many describe it as one of the most frightening moments of their lives, a sensation that lingers long after the night is over. Many modern testimonies describe the same thing, a dark figure with horns, claws, and wings, watching from the corner of the room. Others claim to see a beautiful woman sitting over them, whispering incomprehensible things, paralyzing them. What is unsettling is how these accounts are so similar, even though they come from people who have never met. Some say they felt the real weight of the figure, others swear they heard it whisper their name. Some claim they could smell something strange in the air, like smoke or ashes, seconds before the encounter began. One of the best-known legends is that of Annette, a young woman from 15th century Europe. It began with a cold draft in her room. Then, a shadow sitting on her bed. Each night, the figure became more real. She felt its breath on her neck, heard it pronounce her name in a deep, raspy voice. Bruises started appearing on her body, marks she couldn't explain. Desperate, her family called a priest. He declared it was an incubus. They prayed and performed rituals, but the entity never left. Instead, it grew more aggressive. Annette was found dead months later. Her face, they say, was frozen in an expression of pure terror. No one ever forgot her story. And over time, similar legends spread through villages across Europe. These stories spread fast. Many people were unjustly accused of making pacts with demons. Some were persecuted, tortured, even executed. Fear of incubi and succubi became part of everyday life. A single nightmare could throw an entire village into panic. This fear was powerful enough to shape entire communities, driving them to seek protection in faith, rituals, and firelight. In modern times, while many cases can be medically explained, some accounts go beyond reason. People claim to wake up with real marks, strands of hair on their beds, strange smells in their rooms, even shadows that vanish when they turn on the light. Some victims say the experience is so intense that they never sleep alone again. Others claim it changed the way they see the world forever. Even if science can explain the mechanics of sleep paralysis, for those who have felt it, the terror is something words can hardly describe. The truth is, incubi and succubi are not just stories to scare children. They are part of an ancient fear passed down through generations, the fear of what lurks in the darkness when we are most vulnerable. The fear of opening your eyes and being unable to move. The fear of something, or someone, breathing in the shadows. The fear that what you cannot see is real. And sometimes, silence makes that fear louder. So tonight, when you turn off the light, if you feel a shadow watching you, remember this story. Maybe it's just a natural phenomenon. Or maybe, someone is watching you from the corner of your room.